You know what time it is, Deshaun Watson. Don't let Max and Molly mess with you. This is the top 5 list. Steven's A list, the top 5 players that'll show up this weekend. You know what time it is with a Super Bowl berth on the line. Let's get to it. Number 5 on the list, Aaron Donald. Why? Because he's Aaron Donald. That's why. Because he's going against Drew Brees. That's why. Who's going to throw at least 35 times a game, if not 45 times. If he does that, that gives the best defensive player in football more opportunity to get at Drew Brees. He could be in some trouble. Let's go to number 4 on the list, Todd Gurley. Why? Sheldon Rankins, defensive tackle for the New Orleans Saints, going down. He's a run stuffer. He's not available. That gives Todd Gurley more room to operate. Plus, he's got C.J. Anderson with the backdrop as well. But Gurley is Gurley. New Orleans, be careful with this, brother. Number 3 on the list, Drew Brees. Why? Because I didn't want to forget him this week. That's why I had brain lock last week. I don't know what the hell was wrong with me, but I'm making up for it right now. Plus, he's Drew Brees. Plus, he has Michael Thomas. Plus, he has Alvin Kamara. Plus, he's got Ted Ginn. And, oh, by the way, Marcus Peters, I'm rooting for you, my brother, but be careful. Be careful. It's Drew Brees that's coming. Number 2 on the list, give it to me, Tom Brady. Why? Because he's Tom Brady. Did you see him last week against the Los Angeles Chargers with their transparent self, not only playing 7 DBs, but bragging about it headed into the week? The stupidest thing they could have possibly done against somebody like Tom Brady. Him looking the way that he looked, warming up, going against a suspect secondary, particularly if Eric Berry is not 100%, obviously. We don't know what Tom Brady might do to these boys. We'll see. Number 1 on the list, Patrick Mahomes. Why? Because he's a bad brother. That's why. We know how he's been balling all year. We know how this offense has looked. He's got Sammy Watkins back. He's got Tyreek Hill. And he's got the best tight end in football in Travis Kelce. Those are going to be the top 5 players this week.
Get him. Who'd he miss?
I agree with it, honestly. I agree with it.
Oh,
yeah,
come on.
nah,
So
honestly, that top 5 is real solid.
Yeah?
Thank you.
Yeah.
You don't have anyone to add?
Mike Thomas at 6.
Okay.
Yeah, at 6, but that top 5 is
Thanks, sir.
solid.
I think it's a good list also. However, Damien Williams, I mean, you got to keep your eye on him.
Yeah.
Because
6'7", along with Michael Thomas.
Okay,
top 5.
okay. Mm-hmm. How about Aqib Talib? Because
right.
if you like Michael Thomas and you think of what he did against the zone the first time around, now you got a guy who maybe can play man, right?
Top 8.
Right.
Oh.
Right.
Top 8.
Oh, top 8? Okay.
Yeah,
How about this one? Jared Goff, because if you think the Rams are going to have
be
success,
top 5.
he's going to
Could
have
be.
to drop some of those dimes in there, and he's capable of doing it.
Could be, but what reason do I have to believe in him? He's been suspect. He's been up and down throughout the second half of the season, A. B, he didn't have to be that formidable against Dallas because they ran the ball down Dallas' throat.
Okay.
So, again, when we talk about top 5, you haven't mentioned anybody that I would take off the top 5.
I got another one for you. Here's a little sleeper, Robert Woods, who's been an underrated receiver since he was in college, since he was at SC, right? Marquise Lee, and he wasn't getting really the same kind of press. He's been an underrated receiver since he's been in the pros. And with Rankins down and the way C.J. Anderson has been running, they're going to have to account for that. Who might be open in that situation?
That's true.
What about Sony Michel?
Maybe, and Sony Michel. But I'd put Sony Michel as potentially falling into the top 5 before I put Robert Woods.
How about James White? Caught 15 passes.
That's true.
Caught 15. You're running back.
Kelce up before them, though.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a fine list. I mean, there's a lot of players to choose from.
It's a lot.
All right.